August 28, 1963, Washington, D.C. Martin Luther King with his all-time great speech, I have a dream. I have a dream that one day in the state of Alabama, little black boys and black girls will be holding hands with little white girls and white boys and will be going to school together like brothers and sisters. In less than 45 years, America has now elected a black president. It is unfortunate that Martin Luther King is not there to witness this historic moment. Good evening, Toastmasters, friends, guests. All of us have dreams and aspirations, but tell me, what does it really take to get through this dream? What are the ingredients we use? What is the raw material that we really need? I'll come out with 3 little dreams of mine that should probably give you the right answer. In the late 80s, I joined engineering at the Ramaya College. Initially, the first year was pretty fun. It was okay, but the very second year, I decided that things were not going that way, my way. I told my dad that I don't want to continue my engineering, and that was the time when he said, no, you have to continue this course. With grade 4, I decided to quit engineering, and there it was. There were a lot of options for me. I was looking at various options, but nothing really came up. But one thing which was really pinching my heart was, Preetam, you don't have a degree, and you're an uneducated guy. One casual day at the Boarding Institute, a friend of mine told me, Preetam, why didn't you get into the masters? Why didn't you do your masters in arts from the Mysore University? The very next day, I was pretty serious about it. I went to the university, paid my challan, and got into this. In about 15 days, I got the study material, lots of books. I was like a baby going on to my books and trying to probably mug each and everything out there. The D-Day came when I had to write the first paper. The first paper was Masters of Sociological Thought. This was probably one of the most toughest papers for me. I started writing the paper, and the very first question was pretty well done. When I went to the second question, for some reason, I just lost my way. I just put my pen down and started looking at all the other people. I had 2 options, to write or to just get going. Something in me, the little angel in me, told me, people, just hang on, just wait. I waited for about 5 to 10 minutes. Slowly, my thoughts started coming into my mind, and I started writing the paper. There was no looking back from that particular paper. Second, all the other papers from there was pretty cool. I did exceptionally well, good great marks, and got a distinction in my masters. Then I probably thought, let me go on to do my PhD as well. It took 7 long years to complete my PhD, and after I finished my Viva in Hyderabad and I came back to Bangalore, when I landed at the airport, all the lights looked much brighter, I looked much taller, and for me it was something like going to Mount Everest and coming back from there. Coming back from the airport back to my house, I was just thinking about one little instant what really transformed me. That little angel which came to my help a couple of years ago. A couple of years ago, just about 2 years ago, I was with my dad. My dad forced me to come with him as we had to entertain a good friend of his. We went to the club at the Karnataka State Cricket Club, and after we finished dinner, we just were coming back. As and when I took the left turn, there was this guy, a cop, who was standing there and checking people for drunk driving. He stopped me, and I was asked to blow the alcohol meter. The meter indicated just partially about 29, which said I was drunk. My father tried his level best to convince this guy, saying that he's my son and he just had a little bit of beer. The kind of torture what I went through was something which it's hard to describe. On my way back near the golf club, I just decided that why not I myself become a cop one day? It probably was a dream for me. Luckily, unfortunately in India, when you're about 28, your dreams and aspirations are lost because you can't really apply for a government job after 28. Fortunately for me, I had a permanent resident visa in Australia, and the very next day, wrote to the Victorian Police, and I got the entire bush and eligibility criteria. The first most important thing out there when you want to join the police force is 15 push-ups and 45 sit-ups. For me, sit-ups was pretty okay. I was pretty cool with it. But push-ups was probably one of the most toughest things for me. I hired a trainer, and this trainer was probably one of the best yoga instructors. Every time I was to go down, this guy used to look at me and say, hey, in Kerala we do 15, 20. So this guy has to go down and do all kinds of things, 1 hand, 2 hand, somersaults, do all kinds of things. Probably not to teach me, but to impress all the other guys who are walking past. One day I was just sitting at the bench looking at the lake with water ripples going round. I said, Preetam, is this the end of your dream? Suddenly there was this little angel in me which came up to me and said, Preetam, try a little harder. The very next day, I called this guy again and said, I just want to keep trying this. And let me tell you, Toastmasters, today I can do 10 with ease. I need 5 more to go, and I'm sure I'm going to land this particular job which I was dreaming of. August 14th, 2003. I was one among 56 selected for the Fulbright Scholarship. Out of the 56, only 6 of us were invited to the American Embassy. Fulbright Scholarship is probably one of the most prestigious scholarship given to research scholars doing research on sociology, on history and political science. American Embassy, I probably picked up the whitest of whitest shirts. And let me tell you, Toastmasters, this was a shirt which I was wearing 6 years ago. You can imagine how white the shirt was 6 years ago. I'm still wearing this today. I went in there, and then the first question that was asked to me was, what is race in sociology? I knew that something was going wrong with me. I started telling something. I started rattling, and I was just absolutely nervous. 10 people looking at me. It was like 10 pairs of eyes just looking, taking out the guns and ready to shoot me. I was sweating profusely in spite of the awful AC on. I knew that something was definitely going wrong. And for me, 10 minutes was like 10 long hours. I was asked to go back. And for me, when I came out, it was a huge sigh of relief. On my way back in the train from Madras to Bangalore, I just kept wondering as to what really must have gone wrong. There it was, I realized that I was not able to speak, and especially I was getting rattled, especially in front of people. I came back immediately and I decided that I have to do something about it. I joined the Toastmaster movement. It was Ram Gopal incidentally was my mentor, and as and when the dates were coming close by for my first speech, I was getting rattled again. I just couldn't come up here to speak. 1 week before my first project, Ram Gopal called me just to find out if everything was okay. I said, no sir, my grandfather is dead. I can't do anything about it. 2 weeks later, there was a call again. I said, I'm sorry sir, my grandmother is dead. I can't do anything about it. My wife, Sangeeta, who was constantly monitoring the whole thing, told me, Preetam, why are you doing all this? I said, Sangeeta, I just cannot go there and speak. Just that both of them are dead long back, but I've just advanced the date for myself. However, one day, I was playing street cricket with my daughter and a couple of other boys out there. Suddenly, I saw somebody coming on a scooter. I thought one of these regular Korea boys trying to vacate a house. As and when the scooter came nearby, I could see the gentleman removing his helmet. I was shocked to see Ram Gopal with the ball in my hand. I knew my time was up. Ram Gopal asked me, how are you, Preetam? I said, sad sir, but still I'm trying to play cricket. The very next week I suppose I gave my first icebreaker. For me it was a wonderful experience coming all the way from Project 1 to Project 10. The world of Toastmasters has been so kind, so grateful. Wonderful speeches. I've been a part of Ovation. Darish was being my mentor in spite of the fact that he was absolutely busy with his own competitions. He came forward and helped me out with my speech. And one thing which I really appreciate is the fellowship which I'm going to cherish for life and which your country I am. Let me tell you, Toastmasters, I've also learned one good thing, that when you lie, you definitely get caught, so it's better if you don't. All of us have dreams, aspirations, all of us need to do well, but there are times when we keep going down. There's this little angel in all of us who will probably come to you and tell you, do it, who will probably give you that little push. And it is at that particular point of time, you need to push yourself harder and see how it feels. Trust me, when you push a little harder, I'm telling you that any big dream can be real. Thank you.